Hi lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing Only Human by Gareth Roberts. This is a new series adventure book from Doctor Who, and I listened to the audiobook for this, which is narrated by Anthony Head. This book features the Ninth Doctor, Rose Tyler, and Captain Jack Harkness. In this story, the Doctor and his companions travel to modern-day London, and they discover a Neanderthal man. And they have no clue how this Neanderthal man got to modern day London. Like, Neanderthals haven't developed time travel, so somebody's clearly interfering with something. So, thankfully, because of the TARDIS's translation circuits, they can talk to the Neanderthal, and they go back to where he came from and find out that there are future time travelers from, like, past our time, our future, that have gone back and are studying the Neanderthals. But something's not quite right. They're using some dodgy time travel machines. It's causing problems. Mostly this book focuses on what it means to be human, though, as we see the Neanderthal man, both in their time, but also the Neanderthal dealing with modern-day London. We see the time travelers from the far distant future. Captain Jack is also a human from the far distant future. And, of course, we've got it taking place in modern-day London and with Rose. So just all over the breath of human existence, and really what's common about being human, what makes our species unique and different, and binds us together. My favorite part about this book was probably the caveman Daz, who ends up in modern day London, really soaking it in and being like, this is what the future is like. And also his point of view about how some of the stuff we do is kind of just not necessary. Like, why do we have cars? Why not just walk places? I gotta say that the far future humans are usually what would be my favorite part of a book, seeing where the human race is going. But because they have started taking pharmaceutical drugs to dull any pain that they have, it kind of lessens any pleasure that they're having also. So they end up just kind of existing, and they're not that fascinating. They're not that interesting. I didn't connect with them. They were my least favorite part of this book. Like, I get the idea of, like, downing pills when you're in physical pain, but taking away emotional pain also just seems so wrong. But also at the same time, like, I can't say that I wouldn't do it either if that were an option. Like, if somebody were dying and something, to not have to deal with that grief or the pain of, like, a heartbreak. How much is too far? Like, if you're dulling any sort of pain whatsoever, like what does that cost you? It's an interesting dilemma presented in this book. As far as affecting the characters from the show, it feels like them. There are a few scenes where Rose gets into which are a little bit ridiculous, but also it doesn't feel like they're too stretching for Rose. She does a good job of going off on her own, having her own initiative, trying to figure things out. Rose is the one who figures out what is going on and where the Neanderthal is in London by just going into a nail salon and getting her nails done and just gossiping. So I love getting to see everybody's different strengths. Definitely we get to see Jack as the time traveler, but also he's a little bit out of place because it's not his time. You know, when we're in modern London, it's Rose is the expert. So there's enough in here to keep it interesting and fascinating. I like the psychological approach to what actually is human, but at the same time, I kind of want more adventure, more excitement. There is a monster looming, but it doesn't feel like it's that big of a threat until we're, like, literally at the very end of the book, and it's such a short part of it that, like, it wasn't what I was really looking for. So I ended up giving this book only 3 stars. Really, I'm not that big a fan of Caveman either. So even though Daz was my favorite part of this book, like, still in the large scheme of all the different Doctor Who stories, this isn't one of my favorites. It's a solid story, but I'm not, like, in love with it. So I only gave it the 3 stars. So let me know in the comments below if you have read Only Human and what you thought of it, or what is your favorite Doctor Who book or storyline. So peace out. I love you guys, and keep reading. Bye.